For those of you wanting to master your 1/4" seam, I highly recommend that you first purchase the Pfaff 1/4" foot. Now you can get it with a guide, which I know a lot of people like because then you have that perfect little kind of training wheels to help keep you straight. It's just kind of mindless and makes it easy. The next thing I would like you to do is try a couple things. Number one, even though the 1/4" foot has a single hole in it, you can move the needle just a hair to the right. Now, why would you do that? They talk about a scant 1/4" sometimes, and you can just kind of shift that needle just a hair to the right, and you would do it with your needle position. Have you noticed that you have lots of different just micro changes of stitch length? If you take it from the center, just one little click to the side, and then when you stitch, you're actually getting a hair less than a 1/4", and then when you press open your seams, you have room for this to actually peel back and lay flat. The other thing is like, for example, I'm using just a cotton thread from Mettler, and it's what I call a normal thread for thickness. I would highly recommend choosing a much thinner thread, like an Aurifil 50 weight thread. That is ideal for actually stitching and piecing, I should say. Then when you go to press this, there's not the thread is not creating any extra bulk here. It will actually lay flatter. You'll love it because it's thinner. You'll get more yardage on your bobbin, and it will last longer. Yay! And it's just a nice thread. The other thing to do is pick a needle that is a sharper needle. Do a Microtech size 70 needle or a quilting needle that's size 75. Those thinner, smaller needles make such a nice stitch, especially when you start going over, where your intersections are and you're pinning them to all match. I guarantee that you'll have more accurate intersections if you use one of those needles. So you do have to kind of just do your own. Remember, part of the accuracy is in the cutting. So if you're not proficient with a rotary cutter, or maybe it's been a while since you've replaced rulers, because over time rulers do shrink because you keep cutting against them. Buy new rulers. The AccuQuilt Go products are awesome because that creates accurate pieces from squares, triangles, rectangles, and strips. Those are also things that can help you before you even get to your sewing machine, because if the cutting isn't accurate, then the piecing isn't as accurate, and then the quilt doesn't lay as flat. And our goal is to have a perfectly flat and easy to sew together quilt when we're doing all the piecing.